Okay, we're hopefully live again right now. I don't know what's going on there with my internet. Just had to reset everything quickly. Oh, I hope the race goes better for everyone. Issues getting everyone in the lobby, issues with my internet. Still 10 minutes qualifying to go though. It's not all lost. As we see currently right now, Pierre on top there with a 118.7, currently running a good 4/10 quicker than we have anyone else in this session. Who's down here without a lap yet? Still haven't really taken a nice, good, clean lap around the track really, because we got interrupted with everything going on. Can I find to give me that quickly? Picker being very liberal there with track limitations. We come back to rejoin Jay on turn 3 to where we lost him before on the other stream for our clean lap around here, going into turn 2, turn 4 and 5. They need to make sure not to run wide there. This is a turn 6 coming through there again. Don't want to take too much curb on the exit there, and the same for turn 7. Holds it nicely there into the DRS zone, coming up to turns 8, 9, 10, and the Ascari chicane. Very important, all these chicanes, get a good line through them. That's fastest in sector 2 there for Jay. Takes a bit of inside curve and runs almost a bit wide out of turn 9 there of the chicane. A little bit of a lift there, I think, coming through. Takes the exit very nicely. That's a nice line on the exit. Both wheels planted either side of the exit curve. Coming into Parabolica. Braking hard there before coming in. Back on the gas, strong though. This should be a pretty good time. That's a 119.4 for Jay. What else have we got here right now? Kuhn just coming through the turn 3 right now. Currently with 120.1. He's going to be looking to improve his time right now, coming into turns 4 and 5 here. That was nice and fast on the exit there. That set you up with a good entry speed of 6. A little bit heavy on the brake there, I think, on that entry. That was nicer through 7. Once again, back down to Sky there. Lots of the first curb. Good amount of that curb. A little bit of that inside curb on the exit there of 10 can be very tricky. You don't want to put too much wheel across that curb. Can throw the car and spin it out a little bit there. Real heavy on the brakes there on the entrance to Parabolica. Very quick back on the gas out though. That improves his time. So there's a 119.8 there. That's 3/10 quicker for Kuhn. He's moved up there into 5th place right now. As we have a look down here, we've got Will here. That was an invalidated lap. We'll see if he's going to go for another flying lap on the softs. I think he is. That's very smooth through the first chicane there. Back on the gas strong to come through turn 3. Taking a little bit of grass there, trying to keep so tight to that inside line. That is fastest in sector 1 though. Lots of curb through 4 and 5 there. I'm surprised I didn't invalidate it then. There was a lot of curb, and if it didn't, I think it might have slowed the car down a little bit. Nice little inside curb there on 7, stopping the car from running too wide there and taking too much of that exit curb. That looked quick through 7. See what's the time saying there. That's nothing on sector 2. A little bit of luck up, screeching of the wheels there. Nicely through Ascari, barely touching much curb at all. Let's take the long run up to Parabolica. Nice and early on the gas there, powering through 115 at the line. This should be good. That's a 118.655. That's a potential front row lockout there for WW again right now. As we can come down, I want to see what Reaper's doing. Reaper's on an out lap right now. He's going to be coming through to his flying lap. Can he take these WW racers off the front row there? A little bit of a lock up there into turn one. Still very quick and smooth through there though. Do have someone rewatching again now. Glad to see people have refound the stream. Reaper absolutely flying through turn 6 there. Very close to running a little bit wide. That long DRS run down now into Ascari. There's a bit of traffic on the road through here. Whoa, that's, I think Will did initially try and get out of his way there and then kind of pull back in. Reaper's not going to be happy with that. Looked like he was running a very quick time just then. So we got Jay there, almost running a bit deep into turn 1 there. So on the medium tyre right now, what did he qualify on? Is that tyre note fitted? None best. Quali was on the soft lap. He's going for a medium tyre right now. That is an invalidated lap though. Let's come down to Bestos on a fast lap here right now. Currently in 6th. Let's see if he's able to move up in the standings at all here. FCST keeping to the side there, out of the way of his teammate as we come into 4 and 5. Very close to dipping a toe in some gravel just there. FCST pulling back up in front from flying across the chicane there. Don't know if he's trying to give his teammate a bit of a tow around the track here right now or not, but Bestos is very much catching up to him there. Almost expecting FCST to fly across that chicane then to be able to give Bestos the tow along the run up to Parabolica. Wasn't sure if he was going to go for it. What sort of time is Bestos on there? Oh, struggling to keep the car within track limits there. It seems to be 119 something again. So 119.3, that is quicker. He is still up there in 5th though. Jay we see now, he's dropping back a bit there to 6th. AB guys managing to work on their qualifying time and form up there. Pirko right now, he is on a fast lap. Who else is Kuhn there going fastest in sector 2. That just popped up on my screen in purple. Little jolt there of the oversteer and pulled him out of the track limits there on the exit of 11, and that's ruined that lap. He's going to be upset about that. Just have to power around for another one. 59 seconds left in this qualifying period right now. Kuhn's going to be just in time for another one. Where is Reaper 2? Unable to get a lap down yet. Needs to push now. He's got that track's going to be nicely rubbered in. Just need a nice clean lap here. Will there 19.6, I think I already said that. He was up there. Reaper now coming in to his hot lap around Monza here. Very nice and smooth there through turn 1 and 2. Looking like a good mix-up of drivers here on the grid, dipping a toe in the dirt there on the exit of 4 and 5. That's going to cost him a tenth or two. Running quite wide there on 7. Reaper really pushing it here. Be careful on track 7 there, hitting the curb there and trying to put it back onto the track and just initiate oversteer and end up pulling into the wall. That is quickest in sector 2 though, and he just keeps it within the track limits there on the exit of Ascari. As I said, putting a wheel on that little inside curb sometimes can just throw the back of the car off track very slightly, and then you end up running a bit too wide on the exit and can lose track limits. Reaper there, that puts Reaper up on pole by 2 tenths. 2 tenths, 2 100ths of a second there, exactly off of Will's time on pole. Reaper has the pole. He's blocked off that front row lockout from the WW guys, but this is got AV, 2 WWs there, 3 AVs, WW, 2 AVs, 4 WW racers, an AV, a WW, and an AV. Now with the points difference from last time, AV points being scored, 30 points in first place down to 2 points for 16th. AV took 156 points in the last race. If WW wants to try and beat them or bring the score a lot closer, currently a 46 point gap difference. I'll continue that thought in a second as we run down our qualifiers. So that's Reaper on pole. We've got Will next to him on the front row, Pickett and Knack on the second row, FCST and Bestos on the third row, J7 in 7th, Tessa in 8th, Kuhn in 9th, Former 10th, Lang 11th, Wildfire 12th, Nontas 14th, Rowan, Nontas 13th, Rowan 14th, Matthew 15th, and Luca in 16th. That's how our grid is going to line up today. Matthew and Luca not putting times down there at the bottom. So imagine we'll probably see both of them then start. I'm going to see a lot of these drivers then out of the top 10 there. These back 6 probably all opting for that medium tyre. As we load into the race now, we have got a formation lap here before we launch into the full race. Gives me time to get my telemetry data up. And it gives me time to open another beer as well. Why am I in a car? That's strange. Gonna have to wait for this to start and quit and go back to thingy. That's because I had to leave the lobby because my thing. Can I not just retire right now? You're gonna make me go round and do. Because I had to leave the lobby and then obviously rejoin because my internet decided to die, so now it's obviously put me into a car. This is interesting for commentary right now. I'm going to have to do a formation lap and then as soon as the race starts just retire because I can't retire right now. I have the option to quit to the menu. Oh, what a bit of a mess this race has been. Warm my tyres up anyway, no real need to, but well, this is kind of new. Watching the commentator do a warm-up lap in F1. Maybe we should get Crofty to give it a go. As soon as the race starts, I will retire so I can go back into spectator mode and watch, but the only option I have is quitting to the menu right now, so and some drivers getting disqualified on a formation lap here. Unfortunately, I can't see what's going on because I'm in a car. So unfortunately, I'm probably going to miss all the turn one fun as well. Leave, I can get into spectator as soon as I come out of this. As soon as those lights go off, I can then retire from the race. I go backwards off the grid, it will disqualify me. I need you to disqualify me, game, so the car isn't going round the track. Just...
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
Look.
Okay, black flag,
There we go.
out to the race.
Cool, now let me get back to spectator menu. I'm still racing. Thank you. Here we go. What a mess. Okay, we're coming up to Ascari, Picker, and Will now obviously have the lead. I have messages up from Lang saying Rowan just dive bombed the first corner. Looks like there's cars getting a bit scrappy further back here. Reaper in the pits, former in the pits already as well right now. I did see a message from Lang popping up on my screen saying that Ryan died bombing the hell out of the first corner. I didn't get to see it because this whole thing's been a bit of a mess. Currently have Picker and Will in the lead though. Best Australian a couple of seconds behind. Knack a little bit behind him, and FCST 3 front-running AV drivers there. Reaper appears to have a very bad start there. Foreman did as well. Luca is also in the pits. Langs and Kuhn have both dropped right down in the standings there as well. Unsure what happened under that formation lap. There's our first DNF there from Tess. Where is that? That's coming out of Ascari. That's brought a safety car out as well now. Trying to see as Reaper comes up past it. Try and see where Tess's car is. On the side there, I think a lot of traffic probably going through the chicane there, and someone's got spun on the exit. A lot of cars now using the safety car opportunity to pit in. Kuhn there in the pits, Rowan in the pits, Jay there in the pits. Reaper haven't already been in the pits. Can he make it past some of these guys and make his way back up on the pack there? He's not going to make it in front of Jay. Has made it back up in front of Kuhn and Rowan though. was coming from Tessa. I was trying to overtake, and he turns left. Tessa complaining that someone turned into them while they were going for the overtake. Let's get all our information back up. Gap interval is my tyres now. Seeing a lot of drivers on pit and they're on the safety car. And they're putting the hards on as well. Picker and Jay there putting on hards. Rowan and Kuhn also putting on the hard tyres there. These front runners on the softs are going to run it round with their softs so they can get that grip, get that traction down straight away when the safety car goes back in. Other drivers there going for the long race, looking to work themselves up through the pack slowly. Matthew there starting with the back there on his mediums, up into the 7th right now from the chaos that has ensued at the start of this race. I would say, we had a very good clean race in Austria. We didn't have a single safety car in there, didn't have many incidents between any drivers at all. We had a very good clean race there in Austria. We'll say that some of the driver substitutions in this race maybe haven't come from either league's top picks. We're under lap 4 right now. This is the second safety car lap. We'll be going back in at the end of this lap as we come through turn 6. One more half of the track left to go. Hopefully we can start racing again. Hopefully we can get some bit of space between these cars, and hopefully we can have a nice, clean, competitive race from this point onwards. As that message safety car and it's like we'll be setting the pace then as we come down the run to Parabolica. Everyone then will alone at the front there. 3 AV cars all there behind him, ready to chase him down once we get across this timeline as we come through the exit of Parabolica. Will taking it nice and slow there. It doesn't want anyone to be able to get the toe on him. Foot goes to the floor now, and we are back racing again, running up to turn 1. Bessos is still there behind him. Knack as well, trying to look up the inside of turn 1 there. Will taking a lot of curb there, Bestos. I think everyone's making it pretty cleanly through there at the back. We've got a car spinning there. Something's happened to Jay there. He's off at the side. I think Reaper's off there as well. Both Reaper and Jay there just been taken out from something. Getting a bit messy back here through some of these corners. I hope too many people haven't taken damage again. Luca now the first one to pick up a penalty, and that was Bestos there running very wide on the exit of 10. Kurt Lang now rapidly dropping down positions there. What's happening to Lang on the exit of that chicane? His car looks fine. Join up the front runners there. Will Knack having now got in front of Bestos. Apparently I'm not allowed on board. Will now starting to try and push a gap there between Lang here fighting with Rowan. Lang being super generous with space there as well. Doesn't even actually try and follow through that corner. Decides to pull off track into the runoff. Seem to have a lot of action going on in the back of the pack here right now. So watching on with Former right now, pushing to try and get past Rowan. Big jolt of oversteer there as well. Nearly pulling him off track. Managed to keep control of that. Outbraking Rowan there through Parabolica. He pulls his car in front there and manages to take that position. As we're looking on at Pirka right now, getting up past Nontas through the first couple of chicanes. You should be racing each other here, boys. Charlie race maybe the other team a bit more. Going back on down here right now. Lang there looking for the turn around position around Rowan. Gonna try thinking about it on the inside there. Don't know how well Rowan was really holding his line through turn 3 there with Lang behind. Back up here, Wildfire trying to put on the pressure to FCST and Bestos. Guys really tries to push on the inside of FCST there. I'm not sure what move that was from Wildfire then, to be honest. I don't know whether he missed his braking point, but I think he's going to have a damaged wing right now from that. Yep, he does. Lang now having nearly made it in front of Rowan, and I think Rowan's will there clip Lang. Lang having great difficulties here trying to get past Rowan right now. I'll be very honest with all you boys. I don't think this race has been particularly clean right now. Suffice it is to say, Knack and Will battling here. Will's getting interlocked there. That's fastest lap from Jay I've just seen pop up on the bottom of my screen. So back on board with Knack, trying to chase down Will once again right now. We're going to follow back on with this Lang and Rowan battle. Lang desperately trying, pushing as hard as he can to get up in front of Rowan. He has the DRS now. He should be able to get a fly pass now and make it into turn 1. For Rowan still staying there with him though. Forces him to the outside, and that's Rowan just taking the back of Lang's car out. I don't know how any of these drivers feel about this right now, and pretty sure that was Kuhn just there. Looked like he was, I don't know, not sure if he just brake checked Nontas just then. I don't think this has been the cleanest of races at all here, guys. Yellow flag, safety car is out. I think Kuhn just did it again there. I'm not. I need to review that properly and see if he's braking there or not. I'm not sure who that is between these two here. I mean, this really isn't pretty right now, guys. This really isn't pretty to watch. This is just playing bumper cars, to be honest. I'm going to try and line up to go into the pit right now. This is just a for the win. There's no win there, Jerry Balzac. This race has been a bit of a mess. To be honest, I think most of these drivers are probably going to agree as well. I'm not sure there because I didn't see all of it, but I caught into part of it where it looked like they were battling a little bit. Then it looked like Kuhn potentially brake checked him a couple of times, and then it looked like he pushed Kuhn into the wall. So, but without seeing all the onboard and reviewing that properly and seeing, like, you know, so I've got the telemetry up there, you can see when they're on the gas or when they're on the brake and how hard it's on without being able to look through that properly in slow motion, you know, to see who's actually doing what there. It's hard to pin that on, but I don't think that was completely one-sided then, maybe. Can we? I mean, if we're gonna if we're gonna race like this and just be taking each other out, I'm just gonna maybe cut the stream off because I don't know really who wants to watch that. It's not particularly nice to watch. Try and hold our lines through corners, like let's not be cutting people off. You know, the car gets behind you, you know, pick a line, give them a chance, don't be there weaving. I've seen a bit of weaving right in front of them. You know, it's one thing weaving to lose a slipstream from distance back, but once that car's kind of like, you know, within a car's length to you, you need to start to be able to pick your side, to be able to give the other person opportunity, a fair opportunity to be able to attack. So we've got another lap of a safety car to go here now, 11 laps, and we've had 2 safety cars already. We're going to be racing again on the 12th lap. So we've had 8 race laps. We've had 8 race laps. And no, 7 race laps, 4 safety car laps. When we restart again on lap 12. 1 driver DNF'd. I'm not sure what Reaper's doing. P14, Reaper and J7 appear to have problems at the start. I've had problems with the stream as well. It's all just been a little bit of chaos. They originally started the lobby early before everyone was in. It's all just been a little bit of a mess. Let's see what the penalties right now. Luca's got 11-second penalties. Nontas 15. Kuhn 11 seconds as well. If we don't try and clean up this driving, I will just abandon the stream and sit and get drunk by myself. Apart from a couple of drivers in the first Austria race, I personally honestly thought it went very, very well. Some hard driving from a lot of drivers, and I've said apart from a couple, it was all very good, very clean on Austria, and just being a little bit messy today. excited for the Netherlands on Monday. I do like the Dutch track. Yes, I do very much like it. I like that nice mixture of banked corners in there. Carousel corner, very fun, and don't know what has gone on here. Will appears to have stayed just about within length, the 10 cars length of Wildfire, to hold up all the other cars under the safety car and just give Wildfire a massive space out the front there to try and go. And I mean, that's yeah, I see what you're doing, and you know, technically, yeah, you're within the 10 cars distance. I see cars going everywhere at the back there again. That's Knack massively dropping down the standards. I see what Will's doing there again, holding them back for Wildfire to have that space and stuff, but it's, let's be honest, it's not very sportsmanlike, is it? You know, we don't see Bottas doing that for Hamilton. He's right behind him when they're restarting under the safety car there. He's not 10 car lengths back, holding Verstappen behind him, so Hamilton can have an extra 3 seconds of space off the safety car restart. It's, you know, it's just a little bit of dignity and respect between drivers, maybe. Jay there making moves. FCST Luca getting up past there on that run down into turn one. Jay still very much on the inside. Luca running wide there into the gravel, and that's taken Matthew out with him at the same time. This is just got here. Reaper now coming up past Rowan. Knack there, slowly making his way back up as well. I'm kind of, I don't know, losing enthusiasm for how messy just race has just been, guys. It's has not been pretty racing to watch. Will now going in front of his teammate Wildfire. He held everyone off for Wildfire to get that bit of a lead. He's now caught back up with him. These two are going to try and slip around with the DRS tow, move themselves around, give each other a bit of a tow, try and work out a lead right now probably. Pirker looking to put the pressure on Bestos. Well, tyres, everyone's on the medium tyre right now. They're all going to be taking these tyres to the end right now. Bestos not wanting to give Pirker any space on the inside there. He does pull over a bit, and these two now fighting through here. And this is now they've both been taken out there. I mean, Bestos wasn't giving Pirker much space, and you know, Pirker forced his way through. Then Bestos pushed his way into the chicane. Pirker started to turn in there. Oh, it's a mess. I don't know if I can go on. I'm just. Don't know if this race should even be allowed, should be accepted or not. I think Reaper now very much catching up on the former, slowly working his way back up through the pack. There's a nice clean pass. Thanks, guys. That's the best pass we've had in 15 goddamn laps. Knack now getting up behind Former, looking to go around the outside on turn 3. Slipping in, Former slipping in behind. That's 2 nice passes in a row now. 2 nice passes in a row. Are we going to get 3 clean passes? Or is someone going to that up? Yeah, I don't know who started the whole let's drive like a-holes, but if someone is doing it, there's no need to sink back down to their level, because then when we come to the end of the race and you want to look at penalties and you're like, this person cut me up, and it's well, yeah, and then you brake check them 2 laps later, you know, there's no then defence, there's no argument there then, like, for it. It's I was looking at FCST trying to challenge Wildfire into turn 1. He's got his wing right in his gearbox there. 2 racing hard there through turn 3. Wildfire sitting behind for the chicane. He's going to get DRS when we come out of 7. Jay's got his teammate Jay right behind him. Nope, he's got following Jay. There's Reaper up past Jay right now. Front 5-6 drivers here, very close together right now. What's happened to Jay? Jay's on the grass again there now. I don't know how reasonable everyone's really being with space right now around this track. Knack there, looking to make it 3 cars into turn 1 there. The side's better of it. Good idea. It seems a bit dirty, Joshy. Yes, it does. It seems exceptionally dirty right now. I'm very disappointed in what's going on in the track here. 2 separate leagues, AB8 of drivers that don't normally race together. We had a very nice race in Austria last week, and now this isn't very nice at all. It's not nice really to watch either. See more grass and gravel going everywhere then? Don't think so. Reaper making his way up past Wildfire now. Wildfire picking up a penalty just then as well. Picking up some oversteer as well there. Struggling to correct the car. That's allowed Knack to pull back some time on him right now. Knack's going to fall in out of Parabolica. Take the DRS across the grid line though. Ah, hey Blue, Josh C is blue. I don't know what. That looked like he wanted to go around the outside there and hit the curb and went straight into the wall. Nice to have you on the stream, Blue, coming to check out what's going on. Yeah, it does seem a little bit dirty, and I wouldn't say it's one side at all. I'd say it's potentially a bit from both sides right now. But if AV want a chance to maybe, I don't even, well, I say to win, I don't even know if this race should be allowed right now. And making us way up past Knack, who I think is going to be missing large parts of his wing as we follow on board with Lang trying to challenge Knack into Ascari. Mac just taking loads of inside curve there, and Lang damaging his front wing on the back of Mac. In the process, Mac there, obviously with a damaged wing, obviously unable to turn as well. Everyone's just damaging everyone, and no one cares about leaving any space. Mac into the pits now. So who was that? Running over bumps, Kuhn there, up in front of Foreman now. Has it been that bad? Yes, it has, Butterloo. Yes, it has. We had two. There's... who was that? Stopped on the track we just went past. That is Will out of the race there. He's just DNF'd. What was I saying? Yeah, but it was the third safety car right now. We had a safety car basically straight away off the first lap, but then we had a safety car again around lap 10. Now we've got one now again around lap 19. So lap 20 and 21 are going to be the safety car. And then we have 6 more race laps left to go after we have the safety car. I imagine if anyone's going in the pit now, we'll probably see them throw on soft tyres if they're going in the pits. 2 safety car laps, 20 and 21, and then 6 actual race laps to go. Reaper's going in the pit, Kuhn isn't, Former isn't, Jay isn't, all the mediums. Reaper is putting on the softs like we thought. FCST putting on the softs as well. Other drivers opting to stay on their mediums. Only 8-9 laps onto them, 2 laps of the safety car, running it down and lean. Shouldn't put too much wear on them over those laps, and another 17 laps on those softs, in which 2 of them didn't really take any damage. 15 laps on some softs, on some mediums. I mean, yeah, entirely possible for them to do. The softs, though, should be in pretty good condition till the end of the race. Yes, Kuhn, it's been that sort of race. It's been that sort of race. Not the nicest. It is super dirty this race. Yeah, it is super dirty, Kuhn. And as I've been saying on stream, I don't think that's from one side either. I think from what I've seen, I think it's a little bit of both sides. You know, it's just, you know, someone makes a little bit of a mistake, cuts someone off, and then someone gets aggressive and tries to take them back out because they thought they did it on purpose, and we lose all form of sportsmanship and respect just because someone has maybe done something dirty to you and cut you off. Doesn't mean you need to retaliate with the same sort of behaviour, because if you do so and then you want to send stuff in for stewarding and afterwards and being like unfair penalties, and you know, if you've been caught on the stream or caught on this cam doing similar stuff back, then you have no argument against anything, you know. It's unfortunate. We've got here on the penalties right now. Kuhn's got 11 second penalties, non-tax with 15, Luca with 17. And we got J, Reaper, FCST, and NAC. 4 drivers right now without any penalties. The safety car should hopefully close up the field a bit there. Matthew there running very far behind Luca. He needs to catch back up. And Luca's obviously got a very big penalty there. That'll help move Matthew forward a little bit. The driver from each side out, Will and Tess. Didn't see how Will ended up retiring from the race. Don't know if something happened between them. Rowan, there's a penalty there, collision with Jay, so let's assume that's Rowan driving into the back of Jay under the safety car there. Let's try and leave ourselves some space, you know, a good car to 2 cars distance between the car in front, because you're not just trying to keep your wheels warm, You need to keep the brakes hot as well. The brakes work better when they're in their optimal temperature and on a very straight track like this, like Monza, without many braking zones. And you come to the straight sections, the driver in front's going to be dabbing his brakes. He's going to be lurching forward and slamming down on the speed and then tapping back onto the brake to get those brakes to heat back up. And if you're following right behind him, you're going to lose your wing. And that's going to be your fault, because you're running so close behind him and you haven't got time to react to what he's doing. Simple as that. Let me see. Safety car in this lap. Safety cars pulling in. Flying back on. Kuhn is back on the gas right now, leading us on lap 22 to come up into turn 1. The first chicane. Luca makes his way up past Nontas there under the restart. Kuhn taking a lot of curb through that chicane. I think we made it through relatively safely then, I hope, maybe. Rowan driving like a maniac there, straight across the off-cut area, and now just taking out another driver. This is just, I really honestly don't think this race can count, boys, in that whole thing. It's just, we've witnessed too much mess on here, and I'm just, where's your safety car again now? I'm just disappointed, just massively disappointed. If anyone wants to just quit the race and be gone with it, go, because I don't want to watch the rest of it anymore. I really, really honestly don't. It's just, it's a goddamn mess. I'm pretty sure I could get my cat to vomit on a plate right now, and I think watching my cat vomit would be more appealing than watching this race right now. Unfortunately, guys, it has been that catastrophic. There is, I can say, I don't know, like I say, when one person does something and then someone else tries to take something out on them and they retaliate back, and then it just ends up in chaos of people taking people out, and it's just been a crazy race, I think, and everyone's just kind of lost any respect for any sort of kind of racing line or giving each other space in corners or anything, and it's just a bit diabolical, to be honest. Four laps left to go, and for once, I absolutely can't wait for this race to end. DRS back enabled right now. Reaper trying to get up past Former there. Former trying to protect that inside line into turn 1. I think Reaper does just make it up past in time for the turn in. Kuhn in the lead there. Reaper in second. Former here in third. Knack and FCST teammates switching positions there. It's like Jay and Wildfire trying to challenge and race each other there right now. Penalties massively going to come into play. Reaper right now set to win this race as well with Kuhn's time penalty. Wildfire has made it up past Jay. I've lost enthusiasm. I'm sorry. When we look at a race like this, and we compare it to the Austria that we saw between them, that was a good race. And then we look at something like Mexico, which AB ran earlier in the week. That Mexico race was so good, such a good race. Anyone that wants to watch some nice, clean, good racing, check out the Mexico race from earlier in the week. That was great. I'm praying we can get these last few laps now without another safety car or a virtual slowing it down, so I can then just go and drown myself in alcohol after watching this. FCST falling on hard behind Former now. Former does have a 9-second penalty though. All he has to do is stay close with him, and he'll be moving up through the positions there. So we've got FCST and J7, the only two drivers right now to not get any penalties. Jay really needing to work himself up, catch back up with this lead pack there. With no penalties, he could do well, very well, to inherit a few spots. We're very low on ERS though. Going to be finding it very hard to push Former there. Still got a reasonable amount. All the drivers looking very low. Kuhn there with the most there. Reaper has made it in front of Kuhn. Go on, Knack will be moving in front of Kuhn as well if he doesn't get in front of him in the last couple of laps. As I said though, I think for me this race needs to be a washout because there is going to be so much down footage from either side. I think complaining of other drivers and stuff and manoeuvres that have been done, it's just going to be too much of a damn headache to try and assess and sort out penalties and stuff like that with. It's FCST now, the only driver without a penalty. Any driver needs to create a gap for Kuhn, says VFL League, otherwise he'll be down 10th or 11th. He is going to very much drop down position with those penalties indeed. I think these three are just abandoning him though and taking the podium for themselves. It's all well and good, maybe working as a team for those first 20 laps, and now I think they're just out for that personal podium themselves. FCST obviously going to be inheriting Knack's position here. Former pushing on as well as he can to stay with these front guys. He might even be able to get in front of Knack there as well. There's time differences. He should be able to. Knack with that 6 seconds. No, Former has 9 seconds. He won't be. He'll be dropping back down. As I said, FCST only that penalty. It's Wildfire will move out. I can't even work out what's going to go on by the end of this race. It's coming to the end finally, thankfully. I can just gouge my eyes out after having to watch this. Really, I haven't enjoyed this race. I'm going to be honest. It's not been clean. It's not been pretty. Like I said earlier, I'd rather watch a cat just vomit right now. It'd be more interesting and appealing than what this race has been for me. There's Reaper across the line. Reaper's going to take first. FCST in second. Knack in third. Former in fourth. Former not in fourth. Wildfire in fourth. J7 in fifth. Matthew in sixth. Lang in seventh. Former in eighth. From all those penalties, that, I mean, the guys want to go through the race. It could actually stand very good for WW's chances. They're taking top 10 there. 1, 2, 3. No, it's only 5 there in the top 10. I don't think it'll be enough to move them up, take enough points over this with AV having the top 3. I think I worked out earlier that they'd roughly need 6 of their drivers in the top 10 to kind of work back and make back up that points difference. But there is finally our finishing order. Reaper, FCST, NAC, Wildfire, J7, Matthew Hero, Lang in 7th, Former 8th, Kuhn 9th, Bessos 10th, Luca 11th, Pirker 12th, Montes 13th, Ryan 14th. Good commentary on such a blood race. No, thank you. It's been tough. It's been tough to watch. I'm gonna have to drink a lot to forget this tonight, I think. Like I said, if you want to look at a good race, look at Mexico. Mexico, I think, was the epitome of the AV race league. There was great racing, absolutely phenomenal racing on Mexico going on between Reaper, Knack, and James, and very good efforts from Domestic and stuff in that race. This was horrible. That was an absolutely hideous race. That's a joke. Yes, it was Kuhn, and I don't even want to try and go through the penalties on that race. Look at them all. It's a mess. So, Reaper, FCST, Knack, Wildfire, J7, Matthew, Lang, Former, Kuhn, Bestos, Luca, Pirker, Nontas, Rowan, Will, and Tess. Weed Monkey, that was me. I ended up in the race. There we see everyone just rapidly leaving the lobby. I don't think many drivers were happy with that whatsoever. I wasn't particularly happy with that. We'll be back on Monday at the regular time on the AEV League at, what time do you go in? 6 p.m. UK time for the next race, which is, I'm not sure I can remember. We just done Monaco, the one that comes alphabetically after Monaco. Oh, my brain hurts from this race. I'm sorry. Back on Monday at 8 p.m. I'm going to go drown myself in alcohol. Goodbye.